Ooh. Woo. Ooh. One more time. Man, what's up? Suppy, suppy, suppy. Mm, mm. Uh, how you doing out here? Don't know how long I'm gonna be on here tonight, but whew, I'm gonna make an effort. I'm just gonna make an efforts. Okay? I'm gonna make an effort. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna get a bunch of people tonight. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Shout out to that man, though, Canis already with the $10. Woo! Oh man, thank you for the support. Let us cook tonight. The shout out to my boy Volcanus. We got to do something special for him, man.
Now for a lesson. You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you what they really mean. Go beyond! Plus!
Shout out to Big Volcanus in the building. Man, I know I've been busy. I haven't been able to do the live streaming like I want, which will change, but guess what? In the words of the master teacher BGS, Father, forgive me, for I have not ranted in a while. Woo! I'm going to say this. A lot of dudes out there need to stand up on their damn square. And I really mean that. You apologize when you offend and you did not mean to, but at the same time, you don't accept any disrespect or tolerate it none the further. Sorry. Sorry. I don't give a damn if it's a woman. I don't give a child. I don't give a damn if it's another man. You don't take that. You don't take disrespect. I've had so many people through the years, trying to disrespect big folk. And I have to ask this. Why do you think it's cool to disrespect somebody who's given so much of themselves to thine country and even more to thine city? It makes you really wonder of how masculinity has taken a fall. So much so that young men don't even know how to conduct themselves and converse well with each other. What's up with that? What is truly up with that? Give me a second, folks. Hold on. I'm back. Who we got in the chat so far? We got that dude Volcanus. We got Detroit 313. You know, we got the Beastly one. We got Snowman. Sub Snowman, the world's greatest sportscaster. I'm calling it out now. You're the world's greatest sportscaster. You know, when I talk about respect, ladies and gentlemen, I talk about the one type of thing that all men crave, but so few actually obtain. See, I am a gentleman who don't ask for much, but your respect. I am a person who thrives off of the respect that is earned. But like I said before, many of these programs and also fellow content creators within the Black Manosphere support Black male media because we're by Black men, for Black men, empowerment and upliftment. I've heard it so many times. People complain about our late great brother, Kevin Samuels. If you have an issue with Kevin and the way he talked to so called black women, you instead of asking, why was Kevin so blunt and so called rude? Why was there a need for Kevin to talk to women in such a way unless it was necessary? Because, baby, you have a lack of respect. See, in the black community, both male and female, we cannibalize our heroes. We don't look at our educated as somebody to be revered. We look at them and repulse. We look at them as such a carcinogenic cell. We look at them and we hate them. We fear them. We despise them. Shout out to Mr. Phillip. Assalamu alaikum. Electrician 480. What's up, good brother? See, and let me see what Detroit said. Pro Black said Michi has been talking about and laughing at him. Alaikum salam to all my Muslims. Greetings to all the Christian brothers. Shalom to all the Hebrews. Dream Team, what's up? See, when I talk about this thing called respect, it's very foreign in our community. Because either one, we don't think that we're deserving of it, or two, you don't think that you're willing to give it. But it's a new day. Because the first person, shout out to my man, Electrician for the generous cash app, for the cigar boxes. Whoa! Gotta do this for you, bro.
Woo!
Salute to the electrician. See, it's something about giving and receiving that we truly misconstrue in our community. There's a reason why back in the day we had honorable men and women, because there was a level of respect. You heard men on the corner playing dominoes or whatever, or cards, and they see Mrs. Jenkins walk past, and somebody would say, "Oh, Mrs. Jenkins, fine as hell. I wish I could bend her over." And some man would correct him and say, "That's a man's wife." And he would be apologetic for his actions and speech. But in this day, it pays to be disrespectful. It pays to be a curmudgeon. It pays to be disrespectful. You wonder why no one can take us seriously is because we do not respect each other, and least of all ourselves. But y'all don't hear me though. But y'all don't hear me though. The fact of the matter is that how can a group of people who overcame slavery, Jim Crow, and the crack epidemic, how the hell can we be the people who fought all the iniquities of America and we can't even agree on reparations? Marlon Wayans once said, white people will be on the phone and argue with each other and cuss each other out. And the next day, they will come to another conversation over the phone saying, I got this deal that I think we should do this business deal together. Black people will keep grudges forever. See, the situation that's going down right now in Black America is a lack of respect of oneself. When the media convinced you to be a thug, to be a criminal, to sag your pants, to make a bunch of kids you're not going to take care of, to be a whore, to be a Jezebel, a harlot, slut culture, who in their right mind would take you seriously? I question your intellect if you really think that a motherfucker sagging their pants and a woman with neon pink hair is worthy of any serious consequence. And I say this to all the black female feminists and all the intersectional male feminists. Your children and women only walk as peacefully as much as the men, as much as the fear, honor, and respect your men can invoke. When you teach the men to be effeminate, when you teach the men to be compromised, and when you teach them to be subservient, they can't protect you. And if you can't be protected, then you're not worthy to be respected. It goes hand in hand, baby. And we all know the first rule of protection is obedience. Y'all don't hear me though. Y'all don't hear me. We go through this life not just with the mission to reproduce, but to learn and to share knowledge, to share fellowship. and to one day return back to the ancestors in the universe and whatever God that created you and say, what have you learned? What have you given? What have you built? We live in a culture where the men can't be multifaceted and the women sure as hell can't be elegant. There's no respect needed. There's always a deference of disrespect. We get into each other's way so harshly that we never take the time out to say, hey, what is this guy? What is this lady about? I keep hearing the excuses. Well, these men break our hearts. No, the men you deal with. We do not understand the fundamental benefits that goes along respect. When you give respect, guess what happens? You tend to live longer. You tend not to have a mightier than thou attitude. We contemplate greatness and we will confuse it for mediocrity. It's getting to the point where it's disgusting. That it even took a place like America to make sure that a black man who was one of, if not the first Green Beret in American history, who refused to retreat because his comrade at arms needed him. And this is during Vietnam. And the man, Colonel Colonel Paris, just received his Medal of Honor. Where's the respect? Where are all the pro blacks who said, you know what, this guy's a hero? Why hasn't he got his just desserts? It tells me that no matter what sacrifices and great works, you are not worthy of respect. Shout out to Cleveland Good.
By the power of Grayskull.
How is it that a man who's a bona fide hero literally had to wait since the Vietnam War to 2000 March 3rd of 2023 to receive his just honors as a Medal of Honor recipient. If that was any other goddamn community, it would have happened decades ago. Shut up, Milano, player one. In our community, those who let it be known that they know how to do are the first to be disrespected and ostracized by their peers. Facts on that one. Talk to him.
Now for a lesson. You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you what they really mean. Go beyond! Plus! Ultra!
Let me take this into consideration, right? You might have heard, and thank you again, Lionel Player One. You might have heard of this guy. You know, might be a new phenomenon. You might have heard of this guy named Dr. William Cosby. I know not everybody heard of him, but just wait for a second. You might have heard of Dr. William Cosby. How quick was the black community to turn their back on Dr. Cosby? But he single-handedly put more people into college than any person ever and since. How quick were people to believe the lies? And when they were found to be telling untruths, what did we do? We call him Pill Cosby. All the education, all the upliftment, all the scholarships, all the documentaries to better the black society was for naught. Let's not even go into B. Simone's statement of a man you probably never heard of, and I understand if you didn't, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. A man who graduated college at a very early age in an accelerated way. Pure brilliance, sheer intellect. What did we do? Did we stand by him? Did we support him? No. No. We ridicule our heroes. What do we do? I really have to ask that question. How 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 do we allow this? Is it profitable? I'll tell you this. The same way it was so easy for a person like Vivica Fox to dance on the grave of Kevin Samuels. I just want you to think about this, right? Uh-uh. I'm just looking for the reasoning. I mean, we get to the point of actually disrespect that we live for it, we create it, we wallow in it. It's just fundamentally frustrating. I'm just confused by this, man. I'm very much so confused. I'm just like wondering, where does it end? We're the only community that values style over education. We care. Oh man, I wonder how much money she's making. No, can you work with me? Do you respect me? Do you take an interest off of what? Building. I want you to really think about this, right? It gets very frustrating, and I'm gonna be funky with you. It gets very frustrating getting the energy to speak on these live streams and seeing so many people regress. It gets it's it's shameful. We don't even have the respect to even say hello and keep it going and smile, nod, salute. And we're supposed to go in front of a congressional hearing to state why we need reparations. You had the opportunity 2 years ago, and you fumbled the bag because there was too many chiefs, not enough Indians. You don't respect each other. You don't have the respect to have a business IQ to say, you know what? I don't care that you're Christian. You don't care that you're Muslim. You care if you're Hebrew. I guess I got to do this the old way because the headphones died. I beg of you, and I ask this question to the 18 people, 20 people, whomever listening. Have have you noticed the correlation in the black community? The more successful, the more knowledgeable, the more degree, the more skilled you become, the less you are celebrating. We live in a culture full of fucking underachievers. You're supposed to make no sense, no value, but you're supposed to reap the benefits.
No, no, I cannot even begin to comprehend and understand. Why are we so hell bent? I really start to think that the more success a black person get, the more heat and misinformation starts to spew out. I don't know. Maybe a lot of us in this black manosphere is wasting our time. A lot of you don't understand how frustrating it gets when you have guys like Dr. Neil, Dr. Tieson Johnson, Dr. Green Gorilla, and others, BGS, Art New Style, Art of It More. When we go through literature and pull up documentation on why you having all these excuses with men or women in our community, and I know, but sometimes being different or out of the norm can be a very difficult, challenging way to live. It just bothers me sometimes, man. You want to live a very normal life. You want the American dream until they look at you like the American nightmare. I'm just like, I'm starting to like wonder: do we want heroes or we just want figureheads? Do we want leaders or we just want the scapegoat? I think we just drink too much of the same fucking Kool-Aid. I think we don't practice what we want everybody to hold dear. It's funny. It's fundamentally funny when you sit down and look at how most of your relationships on Earth, that it's compulsory, fancy word for needed, or it's necessary. It's compulsory on respect. I'm just real confused, man. The people who do the community and others wrong, they're the second best coming thing in the last century to sliced bread. I, I I'm just trying to picture. Are we teaching the world how to respect us? We have to truly ask that. We have to really investigate it. I know that a guy like BGS is going to tell you the nitty gritty, but I'm just going to say it in layman's terms. If you don't respect yourselves, if you don't respect each other, how can the opposing team respect you. So shout out to Electrician again for helping out the snowman. Shout out to you, bro. You're doing God's work, and I'm gonna give you your flowers each and every time. I want you to realize this: that you have to crave respect. You have to demand respect. There's no relationship that's worth it, whether brother, family, children, lover. There's nothing that demands more than respect. The first rule of protection is obedience. The second is respect. If you cannot respect the person going out there speaking up for you, protecting you, providing for you, building for you, how the hell are the opposing forces supposed to respect you? So many people in our community set the race back 100 years. We've allowed media and the system to tell us a real man is a man who puts a ball through a hoop or runs that same another ball 100 yards and say, wait a minute, that's a real man. When that's not every man. That's not even average. Not even a percentile. Wow. Zooming through the streets. Zooming through the streets. Recklessly. That's a good interpretation of what the fuck's going on now. It, it's it's sad, man. Sometimes it takes me a while to get my thoughts together because one, it's late. Two, it's something that needs to be said, and sometimes you're not going to have the script in front of you, the script to read in front of you. Sometimes you got to take those bad hits to the face And that's all cool, but what the fuck do we get out of it? I'm just like one of those people who asks for the simplest shit. And sometimes you got to know when to basically bow out. Even for the young guys who's going to listen to this live and in the playback, take value of your stock. Because God knows you've been raised in a culture that does not take value in you at all. You're the enemy. You're to blame. You're the bane on our existence. Yep. Permanent underclass outlaw. Think about it. That last election, we had motherfuckers by the balls and ovaries for reparations. How do you scratch in my palm? Either I need to wash my hands or that means I'm getting money. Hopefully it's the latter. But how do you have people by the balls for reparations and you fumble the bag? See, you know all these broads talking about the bag? Here's the secret of the bag. You get one when you become a wife. Because your husband and yourself will combine your wealth, almost guaranteeing healthy, happy, and successful children. But that's what the hell a lack of respect is going to give you. Chaos. Destruction of a race. A devastated people. And it's truly scary, man. Truly is. And remember, like he said, 2045 is not a long ways away if you think about it. When you think of generations, it's not that long. Permanent underclass. How do you build something and you allow the people to keep you in a permanent underclass? Hmm. I have to ask this one question one more time. What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to die and live for? What is your legacy? What are you teaching people how to respect or disrespect you? Shout out to Election 4 at 80, the brother man. The true meaning of getting the bag when families stick together. Facts, my brother. Facts. We practice giving money to everyone else because we hate ourselves and we have a fucked up relationship with our money. The major cities already rekindling poverty centers in LA where I live. They're tearing down housing projects and shipping them to the desert. Oh my God. Think about it. The growest, the fastest population in the United States that are becoming homeless are black women and black children. The lack of respect that you had for your men caused you to be in permanent poverty, generational poverty. You believe this old trope. I don't need a man, I can do it all by myself. Go look at them old feminist houses. They're not cleaning it up. They hired a maid to do it. I don't know. Shout out to Mr. Calvin Rogers. Good afternoon. To the chat, salute. I mean, this is sad when you really look at it. You gotta keep laughing just for crying. We're not even smart enough to change the course, change the plan, do something differently that would actually add up